Hey friends, it is Morgan here from Life in Lilacs, and it is one of those nights where my son has, goodness, he's wanted to nurse like all night. He's been really fussy, really gassy. He's just having a hard time. And so I have been glued to the couch and nursing him. And my 5-year-old and my 2-year-old have been absolutely destroying my house while I've been doing that. My husband had to work late, so I don't know if any of you mamas can relate to when you're like stuck in one spot and it's hard to keep your kids out of all the messes. But I just wanted to like show you guys the real mess. And even though, and I'll kind of flip our camera so y'all can like face my destroyed living room. There's little guy sleeping finally in a chair that vibrates and is helping him with his gas and fussiness. But as I'm going to show you, the floor is completely covered. I am slipping on paper because they've spread paper everywhere. There is crumbs. There is mess. So I thought tonight we could reflect on finding peace in the chaos, and you guys can watch and kind of help me clean up. Watch me clean. All right. So if you're interested in that, stay with me in this video and let's get this place cleaned up. Sunday is Halloween, and I like to have my house in a nice order for a holiday. So let's do this. All right, the nice thing about minimalism is even when they destroy a room like this, it's not terrible. Now, I say that, this is pretty bad. But, I mean, I think that we can get this cleaned up. I'm going down the stairs. Sorry if it's bumpy. In maybe the next hour. Whereas I used to, when we would, like, host people over, I would spend weeks cleaning my house, like preparing all week, just trying to get it ready. So this is where, you know, they've dragged out all their toys from the basement, but it's not a ton, so it's not that bad. We've got jackets that need to be put where they belong, blankets, nursing stuff, where I ran to the store today, a bag. I'll show you this area. There's the culprit right there. Did you guys make a huge mess? Mm-hmm. There's papers. They get into my desk area with pens. So you guys have been coloring over here. All kinds of stuff. Stuff on my desk. So here's the other thing is little miss here is going to help us clean, right? We're going to get this whole mess picked up because now mommy's free and Elam is sleeping peacefully right there. So we're going to clean up all around him. It's hard to be mad at little guy having to nurse all night. He's just so sweet. Look at that. They're so sweet when they're finally sleeping. So I'm glad he's not fussing anymore. There's papers from her school. My like runner that needs to go back up on my table. Look at all these crumbs. Literally from the girls eating next to me. Some plates where I had to eat my lunch while nursing. So yeah, that's the reality of it. Let's clean this place up. You ready? Let's do this. Tip is we like to clean in categories. Right now I'm having my daughter pick up all the paper, anything that's trash. So we're starting with that. We're gonna put it in bags and just clear as much of that out as possible. All the pieces of paper. Here's your task. I need you to put those in here. Okay. And then mommy's gonna grab your all's notepads that you draw on. And we're gonna put those back where they belong in the desk. Clear that out of the way. Yeah. But yeah, I want you to go around this room. Any paper you see, I need you to gather it up and put it in that bag. The hardest part about cleaning is just getting started. So I like to pick a space where I feel like I can have a quick win. Here I'm just organizing my pens. I know where everything goes. And this just gets me motivated to do the bigger, more difficult things that I don't enjoy, like dishes, or even just running things to different parts of the house. Minimalism, of course, helps here because everything has a set space. So I'd encourage you today, if you're just feeling tired and not motivated, just do the next thing. Just one next thing. You've got this, mama. So another thing that has helped with how I organize my house is everything has a place, and that helps cleaning go a lot faster. So for example, my kids' bins, they're labeled with what goes in there. And, you know, even if they can't read, as a mom, I can tell them, hey, this one's for your dollhouse characters. She knows what goes in there. She can start putting stuff in there. I can literally hand her this bucket and say, go around, put all your dollhouse characters in here. And then we have like a separate one for the magnet tiles. So we have a couple different buckets here on the floor that the kids have pulled out. So I'm gonna have my daughter actually go around and help. That's a task she can do while I do some general straightening. All right, Evelyn, go ahead. Even a home with nothing in it would still have dust. There is no magic pill or minimalism thing that will make all cleaning go away. Instead, I like to think of it like an opportunity for our hearts to practice gratitude. We can look around at the things that we do have to maintain and upkeep, and we can get them to a manageable place. But it also means that there's a life lived there. It means there's family. It means that we have children to take care of and a home. And that's where gratitude really starts. It's in our hearts. Tip I have is when you live in a multiple level home, or even in a flat ranch, I make a pile of stuff that goes to other spaces of the home before I head into those rooms. So right now, I know that there's some stuff down here in this living room that needs to go upstairs, but I'm not gonna be running up and down the stairs. I'm just gonna start piling it right here, and then when I'm ready, I take that pile and I'm gonna go put it away. In college, our professor showed us a video of some Franciscan monks doing everyday chores like scrubbing the floors and dishes, and talking about how it was their act of worship, how they were praising God through those tasks. And at the time, as a college student, I don't know if I fully grasped the concept. After all, those monks didn't have children to corral. They were in a nice, peaceful place. I might enjoy dishes more too if it was so quiet. However, what they did grasp, and what was the really important concept there, is the battleground of the mind. There's a lot that goes into our thought life and the processes of our brain. And the Bible spends a lot of time talking about the thoughts we meditate on. It can be really easy for us to become disgruntled and have seeds of bitterness. I think what's more important than maintaining our homes or cleaning or organizing or any of it is the thoughts we have while doing it. Do you get upset at your children while cleaning? I have certainly done that in the past. Have you ever had thoughts of, just bitterness, anger at your partner? Why aren't they cleaning? Why can they not help? It's really easy for bitter thoughts to sink into the fertile ground of our minds like little seeds. And the thoughts we continue to ruminate on will fertilize and grow those seeds until they can turn into something really beautiful or really ugly. And so I've found that when I have these times of resetting my house and cleaning, I really have to check my thoughts and think, is this aligned with what Christ wants me to think about? Am I having a heart that is grateful for the people in my life? I once heard a sermon where the main concept was it could be worse, right? We could have no place to call home, no messes to clean. Our children are here, they're healthy. We've got beautiful spaces that God has provided, a roof over our heads. We've got food on our table. It could always be worse. Let's keep that attitude of gratitude while we keep cleaning tonight. Also, never underestimate the impact a messy space can have on your mental health. It's so nice now to have this room clean and refreshed and ready to go for the next day. Sometimes we just need to take the time to reset. Now, don't get me wrong, cleaning does not have to be miserable. Find the little things that delight you and start with those. For example, I know in my kitchen I don't enjoy dishes, but I do enjoy putting the place setting on my table. So I get that area set up and I decide to go ahead and light my pumpkin candle. So many times we buy these decorative candles and we never take the time to light them. That's the one thing I will preach over and over again is light your candles, ladies. Enjoy the smell. It doesn't just have to be on those special occasions. Do these things that delight you while you're cleaning. I purposely purchase scents of cleaning products that I really enjoy. The Mrs. Meyer's brand just came out with a new peppermint smell. I love it. And that makes me happy when I'm spraying down my counters. I also like to put some essential oils on that just fill the air with really nice smells. So here you can see I have Harmony and Peppermint from Arbonne, and then Thieves from Young Living. I love this mix for fall. It's just got this really refreshing smell. And I have it right by the sink so that when I'm doing dishes, it's something that I can delight in. All of these things really just help me adjust my mental attitude, and it gives me something to look forward to while doing the more difficult task. Another thing I love to do is put on some fun music. It's amazing how much faster cleaning will go with just an upbeat song playing in the background. I really enjoy that light of the diffuser too. It kind of reminds me of a candle. It's just so peaceful. Another thing that really helps me with cleaning is a minimalist kitchen. I have gone through so many things and just taken down my cupboards to the most minimal essential items that we need. Just a few bowls, a few plates. In my Tupperware cabinet here, you can see that I store my dishes with the lids on. This is so important because it lets me know how much space it's really taking up, and it doesn't let me buy too many of one thing. So it's manageable. And when I pull out my Tupperware dishes, they have the lids on. They're easy to find. I've gone through my drawers and pared those down to just the minimal amount of utensils that we need. Even with our measuring cups, for example, we used to have multiple sets. And when I would want to bake, everything would get dirty and I would have to wash multiple things. But when you only have one of something, you have to clean it before using it again. So as I put my measuring spoons out here, I know that it's my only set. I know I have to keep it clean, and it's easy to manage. So here's where hubby is helping me. That pile of clothes I made earlier that has to go upstairs, he's gonna run it up for me, and he's going to, that's just trash, Eden's just opened. He's gonna put them in the different laundry baskets for the kids, and I will recycle that. Thank you, honey. I will leave you with these beautiful verses from the Bible in Psalm 139 that just show us how much God knows us and loves us. He sees when we're struggling, when it's hard to clean or take care of the home or the kids, and he cares. He is there with us. It says, "O Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise." Might even add there, when I'm cleaning. "You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you know it completely, O Lord. You hem me in behind and before. You have laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there, your hand will guide me." Kitchen is done. Took just a few minutes of my time, but now it is finished. It is clean, and we've got peace of mind. Living room is done as well. We're keeping it dim because baby's sleeping down there. Remember, light those candles and be a light to the world.